Hi there. The SAS was renowned for fighting in two very prominent secret wars, Borneo and Oman. Um, they, at, because at the time that they were fighting, their presence there was completely secret. And the other thing is, both of those conflicts were highly successful. So you can say that in many, many ways, those two conflicts really shaped um, the regiment into what it became in the future. Its origins in the jungle in Malaya stood it in good stead, and then Borneo and then Oman, which Oman lasted from 70 to 75, 5 years, almost as long as World War II. So the book I want to talk about is this book. It's a very rare book, Special Men, Special War. Just get the picture properly. And it's by Bruce Niven, who was an officer uh, who served with the SAS and uh, was also a Gurkha officer, and he retired with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. So, what the SAS called Operation Storm, the deployment to Oman, um, was all done to a plan which was devised by Johnny Watts. And one or later two squadrons were sent over there, and there was basically a communist insurrection. Um, the enemy was coming over from Yemen and trying to completely destabilize the country. The previous rule, the old Sultan, had been rather despotic, but at the start of all this process, Sultan Qaboos was installed. His son took over, and he was a very modern thinking ruler, and he did a lot to improve the conditions of the people. So you had the military, and you had a big civil program with irrigation and livestock schools, all this kind of thing. And as I say, it was successful, and Oman is a successful country now, and its ties to Great Britain are very, very strong. Uh, some of the notable things were Operation Jaguar, where they had to scale the Jebel, and it was. I've spoken to a couple of the guys who were involved in it, and they said it was more arduous than selection, and it really proved the point that you had to select the guys for this kind of fighting. Uh, there were allies there. The Baluchis from Pakistan were fighting on behalf of the Sultan, and you also had Iranians. They were under the Shah at the time, who were pretty pathetic, really. Uh, and then you had surrendered enemy personnel, which were formed as the Firqa. These were these were led by the SAS, and were used as a kind of counter force. So the book, um, Bruce Niven is a terrific photographer. The book is basically photographs. There is some text, and it explains what the SAS is, etc. But um, really fantastic panoramic photographs, um, both of the guys. Famous picture of Joe Locke there, and some of the action. I'll just get one of the pictures of earmarked, and we have my old friend Lofty. You can see when he was a sergeant major over there, and on the other side you have Paddy the Ditch. So really, really terrific photographs. It goes into lots of pictures of the Omanis, the people who were fighting there, and their culture, and so on. And the SAS, which were known as BAT at the time, British Army Training Team, the term SAS wasn't really used, and that connection remains to this day. After 75, the SAS was involved in training the Sultan Special Forces at the Goat Farm, and the connection went on for many, many years, and they still exercise out there. The book is not widely available. I'll put a link to it, and I'll put the ISBN number. Sorry, just dropping stuff. To follow it up, you can sometimes get copies of it. It was privately printed. This was given to me by Lofty, and it as a present, and it's a really, really well put together book. And if you can track it down, it's a nice addition to your library.